Welcome to RLC. Here we are starting a lecture series on mathematics. So this is TP Trivikram and today's topic is trigonometry made easy. Okay, so let us get into the topic. Okay, so first topic which we are going to discuss in this lecture series is sign convention. Okay, so what do you mean by sign convention? So here I have drawn a two coordinate axis. So let us see the details of the coordinate axis. So right side, that means positive side of x-axis, we are taking it as 0 or 30 degrees. Okay, next the axis perpendicular to the x-axis, that is called y-axis, and positive y-axis I am denoting it as 90 degrees. Okay, next negative side of the x-axis I am taking it as 180 degrees. Next negative side of y-axis I am taking it as 270 degrees. Okay, now as of now we have discussed the edges of each axis. Okay, now what happens if angle is going on increasing or decreasing? Okay, so if angle of any vector or anything is increasing, we have to notate it by anti-clockwise direction like this. Okay, so if any angle is decreasing, okay, so you have to move in anti-clockwise direction. Okay, so have you understood the direction, right? So what I said, we'll discuss the portion which is left in between the axes. Okay, so let us consider the first part of this axis, that is first quadrant. We call it as first quadrant. Okay, so this portion is represented by 90 minus x or 0 minus x. Okay, or you can also call it as 360 degrees minus 360 degrees plus x. Now the second portion of our coordinate axis is second quadrant. Okay, that means this part, this region is also called as 90 plus x or 180 degrees minus x. Okay, so let us move for third quadrant. So this is the third quadrant. So here we are calling this region as 180 degrees plus x or 270 degrees minus x. Okay, next. We call the region fourth quadrant. This is the last quadrant. This is called 360 degrees minus x or 270 degrees plus x. Now we will discuss about the functions which are positive in each and every quadrant. Okay, so we have four quadrants. So each quadrants we have only certain function, the trigonometric functions as positive. So let us see what are those. So in the first quadrant, that means 0 to 90 degrees, all the function, whatever the function you are taking in trigonometry, that is sin x or cos x or tan x or cot x, similarly secant x, cosecant x, all functions are positive between 0 to 90 degrees. Okay, in the same way, if you come to second quadrant, in second quadrant, sine and cosecant function only positive. That means sine function and its inverse are the only positive functions between 90 degrees to 180 degrees. Remaining all functions are negative in second quadrant. Okay, next we'll move for third quadrant. In third quadrant, only tan function and cot function are positive. Remaining all functions are negative. Okay. Similarly, we'll go for fourth quadrant, that is the last quadrant. Cos x and secant x are the only functions which are positive in fourth quadrant. Now, let us have a review on all the topics which we have discussed till now. Okay, so what I said, in the first quadrant, it is all functions are positive. In the second quadrant, sine and cosecant functions are positive. Similarly, in third quadrant, tan and cot theta are positive. Similarly, on fourth quadrant, cos and its inverse secant. Only these functions are positive in that particular quadrants. Okay, so let us have a review on the region also. So first quadrant region is 90 minus x or 0 minus x, or you can include this also, 360 degrees plus x. So this region also we call it as in first quadrant itself. Okay, similarly, whenever you take second quadrant, we call it as 90 plus x and 180 minus x. Okay, so second quadrant region is 90 plus x and 180 minus x, and in this quadrant only sine and its inverse, that is cosecant, are positive. Okay. Similarly, if you come to third quadrant, we call that region as 180 degrees plus x and 270 degrees minus x. Tan and cot theta are positive. Similarly, in fourth quadrant, cos and secant are only positive functions, and that fourth region is also called 360 minus x, 270 degrees plus x. Okay, so I think it looked like clumsy for you. So let us have a shortcut way of remembering all these terms. Okay. So here I have represented as like the first slide. Okay. So the easiest way to remember all these things is nothing but to remember a statement that is called all students take coffee or chai. Okay, so if you remember this statement, all students take coffee. Okay, first letter I have represented with all functions. Okay, next if you come to second quadrant, in the student, S represents sine and 1 by sine. Okay, sine theta is positive, 1 by sine means that is cosecant is positive in the second quadrant. Similarly, take, in the take letter, first letter represents tan and its inverse, that means 1 by tan, which is nothing but cot x. It is positive. Similarly, in coffee, C represents cos and its inverse 1 by cos. Okay, that is nothing but secant. is the only positive function in the fourth quadrant. Now let us see how the functions will change according to the sign convention. Okay, so here I made an easy circle for you. So which has started with sine, cos, secant, cosecant, tan and cot. So let us observe how this sine and cos will change accordingly. Okay, so let us see. Sine and cos can be related as sin x can also be written as cos 90 minus x. Similarly, cos x can also be written as sin 90 minus x. Okay, so that means this belongs to first quadrant. So all are positive. Clear? So only this rule only valid for sine and cos. Next we'll move for secant and cosecant. How does these two functions related? Using sign convention. Secant x can be equal to cosecant 90 minus x, or cosecant x can be equal to secant 90 minus x. Next, so tan and cot can be related like this in sign convention, that is tan x is equal to cot 90 minus x. Similarly, cot x is equal to tan 90 degrees minus x. Let us have the solution of the problem which I have posted in Facebook or Instagram, wherever it is. Okay, we got a good response for this. So let us have the solution for this for your reference. Okay, so here we have to use cos 55 degrees, keep it as it is, plus we have cos 65 degrees plus cos 175 degrees. Okay, now what I am going to do is I am going to write the combination of these two as we have cos A plus cos B is equal to 2 cos A plus B by 2 into cos A minus B by 2. Okay, so with this relation we are going to solve this. Okay, so for this combination I am selecting. So cos 55 degrees plus, if you apply this formula, what happens? 2 cos A plus B. Okay, so 65 degrees plus 175 degrees is how much? 240 degrees by 2. Similarly, cos A minus B. Okay, so that means how much will get? 170 degrees minus 65 degrees. That means 110 degrees by 2. Okay, so cos 55 degrees plus 2 cos, so this is how much? 120 degrees. Okay, cos 120 degrees. Next, cos 55 degrees. Okay, now we need to calculate what is cos 120 degrees. How does I calculate? Means cos 55 degrees plus 2 into cos of, this can be written as 180 degrees minus 60 degrees. Okay, Similarly, into cos 55 degrees. Okay, cos 55 degrees plus 2 into, what do you mean by cos 180 degrees minus x? So take the 60 as x. Okay, how can you write 180 degrees minus x? So this can be written as, check once, 180 degrees minus x comes under which quadrant? So as I have mentioned, 180 degrees minus x is nothing but second quadrant. In the second quadrant, what I told, it is only sine and cosecant are positive. So cos will be negative. So this can be written as minus cos, okay, 60 degrees into cos 55. Okay, so this will be equal to cos 55 degrees plus 2 into, what is this actually, cos 60 degrees means 1 by 2 with negative symbol into cos 55 degrees. So 2 to get cancelled. Okay, cos 55 degrees minus cos 55 degrees. So the overall value is 0. Okay, so this is the solution for the post which we have posted in our Telegram channel, Instagram channel and Facebook. So please follow us continuously so that we'll be posting interesting questions like this. So keep following our Facebook page as well as the Telegram channel. Thank you.